So this is my first video, and I'm gonna be building an airport. Obviously I got started already on this kind of uneven roof that I think has a really nice effect, and an airplane in the back. Redstone torches are a really good lining for this, and out of laziness I used gray carpet for the runway. Obviously it's pretty short, you can build it longer than this if you want. This is a relatively small plane. It still needs its windows, but the wings are just slabs with one set of slabs, one block behind it. Each end on the front. You can kind of see how the tail fin is made. In this, it's actually 3 blocks tall, which is nice, because then you can just jump over the seats to get to the front, or just sit in your seat. And so that's just kind of a mini plane. If you're wondering how I did carpets like this, put string underneath of it, and you put the carpet on top, then it stays there. The string is pretty much invisible, so it works really well. And getting to the airport itself, that will be explained. We just have some different varieties of windows to make it look nice, and you may wonder why this area is so big. I'm about to show you that. This little redstone thing that I came up with. I will say I was inspired by a YouTuber called Mumbo Jumbo. Built something kind of similar to this. A lot of my videos are inspired by him, but so basically, if I attach most of this stuff then we can activate it. And now we have a fully functioning spinning door. Obviously it's kind of noisy, but I think it looks rather nice. Obviously I'm going to shut it off because that's extremely noisy. But you get the idea. That is how it is built. And then after you get it started, you don't need these anymore. You can actually just leave it without them. And then moving on to the build itself. Some of that redstone actually came out here. That's why I have this here. There's stuff under there. But just a little fence. It's made out of black stone and glass panes. Just those line lengtheners. We have a little desk over here. Obviously not much of this is decorated, but and we have our security section. So if you were going through this, you'd put your suitcase on here, you just press this, and away it goes. You could just pick it up over here. If you're wondering what this is, that is for if one person threw it on here and launched their stuff over, and we're heading over here through the human metal detector, then the second person did it and launched it, they would be separated because this item is turning on the pressure plate here, so when the second item comes, it just runs into that. And if you're wondering, this is blue ice because it is, as far as I know, the slipperiest item in the game. And yes, it's more slippery than ice and packed ice. And you may wonder why I didn't build both sides out of iron bars, is because they would have connected like that, and you can't get through, and it connects to the wall, which is just frustrating in general. I guess you can use whatever fence type you want, or you can use glass for this side. Glass works fine too. But yeah, it's just kind of that area. And obviously, over here we have a little path to the plane. And for explaining of the bedrock over there, slime block sticks to stuff, but it doesn't stick to bedrock and obsidian, so that has to be there. You can cover it up pretty easily. Just do something like this, make it look like something. You can use a few different ways of doing that. Obviously there are tons, but I can't find what I need right now, so we're just gonna go with something like this. You can disguise that pretty easily. Obviously, I was looking for... I don't know why I couldn't find that. I think this looks rather nice. Do something like that. It actually doesn't look as good as I expected, but you get the point. It can be covered up. I might just do something like this, actually. I honestly think the sun things, daylight sensors, looked a little better. Sorry, I might have screwed up the phone there for a little while. You can also change the color of these things if you want to. But for this, yeah, it's pretty simple. Besides, some of you might think this is complex. You don't need this here. But there's that, and for the waiting area, you could quite simply get some different kinds of items. Things like seats, and just to make a general waiting area. No, I don't like it that way. Actually, I'm going to change it. Just give me a second here. Okay. So yeah, just make kind of sort of waiting area. You can make it different than this if you want. And then just kind of make the usual shops that are kind of in this area. I don't like that, but yeah, we're gonna do it anyway. I didn't build this big enough, did I? Of course I didn't. Ignore the mess up right there. I am a master builder. Ignore that as well. Just little McDonald's. You can put chests and furnaces, or more space. But, you know, just something like that. And then, I messed up the phone again. I guess you don't need too much more, but you can add a second layer to this. Just make windows and a second waiting area on top of there. You could build a water elevator in the corner here. I realize I don't have much space. We're gonna have to do something a little different. Could be fine. I want that there, just to get it back to normal block level. We could put our water there. And there's our little corner water elevator. Now, I won't make you go through me building that entire thing, but you get my idea. Probably not block the McDonald's sign. Make a little kind of gate around here. Obviously this area I now realize is actually too high, but I'm gonna go with that. I'm gonna go with this height for a little bit. And we can make it slight decrease in the level. The reason I made it this level in the first place was to make it over this. And once again, I'm not gonna make you go through that. But then you can put like some little interesting wall here. Probably want one up here too. Don't need people falling down in front of McDonald's. We can't have that off limits. You know, just a little something like that. And then put chairs over here. So people can look at the planes taking off as they wait for theirs. You know, something like that. I don't think it looks too bad. You could put like a sign above this that says employees only, because people aren't supposed to go there, they're supposed to go through over here. You could add more shops if you want. My thing is a little small, but it's not bad. As you can see, we have a lot of buildings in the background, but I'll get to those in future videos. And I will see you all later.